Canada is back. Or that's what the Liberals keep saying, but what I think they really mean is the Eastern contempt for the West and the cronyism of Liberal governments gone by is back with a vengeance. Our newest example is the appointment of the new Chief of Staff to the Agriculture Minister's office. Agriculture Minister Lawrence MacAullay's new Chief of Staff is Mary Jean McFall. Now, who is Mary Jean McFall and why do we care? Well, she's a failed Liberal candidate being given a soft parachute into a comfy government job. Now, we know that's the Liberal way. Marlo Reynolds, the failed Liberal candidate from Banff Airdrie, got the same reward when he took a job as the Chief of Staff in the Environment Minister's office. Now, that's bad, but it gets worse than that. McFall's family has a direct connection to Canada's largest egg producer, Burnbrae Farms. It's reported that the family owns $140 million worth of egg quota. Now, it's one thing to have someone in the Ag Minister's office that has a connection to the family farm. It's another thing altogether to have a Chief of Staff that will benefit from the Liberal government's decisions about supply management. And supply management is a huge issue in the agriculture sector. There was a compensation package announced for supply managed sectors like dairy, eggs, and poultry as part of Canada's Trans-Pacific Partnership Agreement. This is such a huge conflict of interest. Now let's imagine for a second if Stephen Harper had appointed someone like Russ Girling, the CEO of TransCanada Pipelines, to be the Chief of Staff to the Natural Resources Minister. The lefties would cry conflict of interest, set their hair on fire, and jump into the nearest river. Apparently, conflicts of interest are way different when Liberals do it. Have you had enough yet? I hope not, because there's more coming out of the agriculture file. There is only one member of Parliament from the entire Prairie region on the House of Commons Agriculture Committee. One. Conservative MP Chris Warkentin from the Alberta riding of Grand Prairie-Mackenzie. That's it. From the entire region that produces more canola than anywhere else in the world. The region that produces more pulses and chickpeas than anywhere else in the world. The breadbasket of the entire nation gets one MP to represent them on the House of Commons Agriculture Committee. To compare and contrast, I thought I'd take a look at the Fisheries and Oceans Committee and see what the regional representation was like there. And I found out that out of 10 members, 7 are from maritime areas. Port Moody, BC, Miramichi, Nova Scotia, Fleetwood, Port Kells, BC, South Shore, St. Margaret, Nova Scotia, Avalon, Newfoundland and Labrador, Egmont, PEI, Coast of Bays, Newfoundland and Labrador. And that's the way it should be. Maritime issues like fisheries need maritime representation. Now, it's glaringly obvious that the Liberals feel like prairie issues need Eastern problem solving. Same old, same old. Yes, Canada's back. Back to insulting and ignoring the West for not voting for a Trudeau. Liberals just can't leave their anti-West roots behind. To me, they'll always be those Liberals who jailed Western farmers for daring to sell their own wheat. Oh yes, friends, Canada's back. Back to the turbo cronyism and appointments and conflicts of interest of the Chretien era. For the Rebel.media, I'm Sheila Gunn Reid.